Game 1 for the Indiana Fever probably could be characterized as a bit of a disappointment, given Caitlin Clark didn't shoot a ton and her teammates didn't exactly help things out. She turned the ball over several times. Her teammates, despite their attempts at scoring, they could not stop Alina Delle Donne from doing whatever the hell she wanted with the basketball in her hands. Can they make a comeback in Game 2, tie the series up before we go to Indiana? Game number 1, we ended up winning by 19 points, but every game is different. We're not going to always shoot well over 55% from the field every game, so offense and the defense are going to have to come through for us to pick up the Game 2 victory. Aerial Powers driving through the lane, and whoa, she ends up putting some of our players in the spin cycle. Can't get the layup. Murrow taking Alana Smith off the dribble, dishes it down to Booker, who puts up the left-hand layup and gets the first basket of the ball game. Booker did have 10 boards to go along with one shot. She literally shot the ball one time, no different than she has in this one. We don't expect much out of her offensively. Dana Evans pulls up for the jumper, and then she gets the first points on the board. She is averaging more than she did in the regular season, her 7 points, and she gets the steal as she looks to get her Fever out to an early start. Layup is good. Points off of turnovers definitely was a big thing in game number 1. The Valkyries definitely took huge advantage over that. Delle Donne, speaking of huge, ends up shooting over, I believe that is Maisha Davis, for 3. Averaged 16 points a game against these same Fever. Put up 30 in game number 1. 5-4 is Murrow. Ends up handing it off to Ionescu, who ends up getting fouled by McAdoo. A player that didn't do a ton, though the Fever had 4 players in double digits. It just was not enough for the Indiana Fever onslaught, such as players like Ionescu, who knocks down her first 3 of the ball game. Delle Donne has Maisha Davis, who is slightly taller than Dana Evans, but you can't really tell, let's be honest. Dana Evans is like 5'6". And his Powers knocks down the jump shot. Ionescu, taking Clark off the dribble, puts the shot up and can't get it to go. Clark secures the rebound. Evans trying to use her dribble moves to get through the lane, puts the shot up over Collier. And listen, you're not going to do that with a once defensive player of the year. Collier on the offensive end puts the shot up and can't get it to go. As you know what the crazy thing about game 1 was? Collier didn't score a ton, but she was literally all over everything. Double-digit points, double-digit rebounds, had 5 assists, and had 6 steals. So while she didn't score a ton, she definitely helped out in her own way. Clark misses the long jump shot. On the other end, Murrow, spinning pull-up jumper. Whoa, that is not in your repertoire. Who do you think you are, Penny Hardaway? Anyway. She is averaging 7, 6, and 5 assists. 5 assists is not a number you expect from a power forward. Collier ends up securing the rebound, though Collier is more the power forward than Miss Anissa Monroe, our first-round draft pick. She's going to take Evans off the dribble and then just hand it off to Ionescu. Delle Donne for 3. Rebound secured by Booker, and she pulls the 3 from long range. We are up by 9 points. Starting to see a little bit of the same things that happened in game number 1 here in game number 2. Ionescu going to get called for the reaching foul. Ball getting swung to Davis. 3 ball rattles in. 19-5. Booker sets the screen. Ionescu thought she was going to pull it. No, she'll pull up from 2 and end up rolling out of the rim. Clark spinning off the glass, and she is winning 15-11. She averaged 19 points in the postseason. Granted, it's literally only 1 game, but I'd like to see her put up damn near 30. As Ionescu drives to the hole, she put up 37 in game number 1. As Powers gets the screen, drives right side, puts it up in the lane, and puts it in. 17-13 again. I just want to see a competitive matchup. Remember, I don't play any of these games. This is literally CPU. So whoever's chucking is chucking. Speaking of chucking, one of our sharpshooters ends up missing her first 3 ball of the game. Smith posting up Collier. Good look on the pass to Clark, and damn, she blew the layup as Sheldon and Clark getting a little elbowy, getting a little handsy there. Jump shot for the Fever. Clark doesn't go back up, other than swings it back out to Davis, as looks like they're going to reset. No. Clark for three. She ends up bricking it. Collier secures the rebound. Sheldon driving. No. Pulls up, hops back for three. She nails it. It's like you give her an inch and she is going to take the shot from 20 miles away. Collier secures another steal. I think that's like her 8th of the series. We aren't even through the first quarter. Delle Donne looking to take the defender off the dribble. Spins. Puts it up. Ooh, rattles out. As Veronica Saxton gets the rebound. Sorry, that is Sheldon with the ball. Collier comes off the screen, wide open, and nails the three. Powers gets her opportunity with the ball. Attempts to dump it down, and Booker, smartly playing the lane, gets the steal. Little ball movement as Collier flips the layup and flips it in, following the pass from Elena Delle Donne, and she points as a dap-up. Davis swings it to Clark. Clark, another three. She nails it. We're going to need to see a little bit more of that. Fever want to tie it up to get back going to Indiana. Ionescu, ooh, gets Clark off her feet and ends up flipping the layup in. That is just some savvy veteran play from Sabrina Ionescu. Drive through the lane, off the glass, can't get it to go. Collier gets the board. As we look to close out the first quarter, ball going to get stolen. Fever have this possession and they can cut the lead to within 10. Powers driving, no, swings it back out to Davis, over to Clark for three. She bricks it, and that'll be the end of the first quarter. And the Valkyries pretty much doing about the same as what they did in game number one, shooting lights out from three, moving the ball around. Hell, Morrow was also putting up some buckets, and honestly, Ionescu was just having her way with Caitlin Clark and whoever is in front of her for the last 5 quarters. But anything can happen. We can go on a cold shooting streak, though. We have a lot of players that can shoot. And Sheldon ends up turning the ball over to start the second quarter. This is, I believe, Davis. Attempted pass down and gets knocked around and ends up being a turnover as Burton is going to push it the other way. Taking the defender off the dribble. Berger flips it up off the glass, can't get it to go. And on the defensive end, Berger's going to get a screen, and that is a 2 as her foot was inside the line. You'd have thought she'd have been a little bit more controlling of her own feet. What it is, what it is. A bucket is a bucket. They're going to need all the buckets they can get. Delle Donne, 3-ball. Of course she's going to knock that down. She doesn't care who's in front of her. Smith, long 2, off the screen, and she nails it as well to answer back. Sheldon pushing the ball up the court, nearly turned over as Carlton is trying to drive left side. She's going to draw the foul on Citrone as the Valkyries are going to call timeout. I can kind of understand that, as Carlton is not the drive to the basket type. She is a sharpshooter. She dumps it down to Sheldon, and maybe I stand corrected at this point. Burton swings it to Delle Donne, shoots the 3, and she bricks it. Morrow secures the offensive board, swings it back out to Sheldon, who shoots the 3 herself. And damn, you know what? We're going to miss a couple shots. I can't even complain. We shot damn near 60% in game 1. And the Fever knocked down the 3. Delle Donne sets a screen for Burton, asks for it back, shoots the 3, nails it again. I've honestly lost track as to how many 3s she shot, though clearly the Fever know exactly how many she shot, as we are up by 9, and the Fever coaching staff is scrambling to figure out what they need to do matchup-wise in order to first stop Delle Donne, and then, hell, anybody else in the process. Ionescu driving through the lane, fakes it, flips it back out to Collier beyond the 3-point line. Morrow sets a screen, hop back 3. Ooh, in and out. Clark secures the board, pushes it up the court to, I believe that is Davis. Attempted steal by Carlton, almost knocks it away. Evans dribbling around for a bit, can't seem to find anybody open, hands it to Clark, and of course she's going to pull it. Long 2, can't get it to go. Carlton secures the board, attempts to dump it down to Collier driving the lane, and it is a turnover. Davis driving the lane, she flips the layup. It is good. Points off of turnovers has been a big thing, and I mean, listen, it's the big thing even in the real game. Sheldon for 3, rolls, gets the shooter's roll at that point. 37-27. As maybe we've had a little bit of luck, but we've also hustled our ass off. Good pass by Caitlin Clark to Alana Smith. Screen. Ionescu for three. Of course she's going to knock it down. Oh, boy. You can't seem to put a hand in her face, as you could probably literally lay a hand in her face. As Murrow gets caught jumping in the air, ends up securing her position again, and ends up getting a foul. Nonetheless, I would have thought Alana Smith would have taken the first fake attempt and drawn the foul off of that. I think she would have had a much easier time getting the and one at that point, as Veronica Burton going to come back onto the floor. Sheldon will step off, as I think Ionescu's still on the court. Collier back to the basket. Please pass it, because I think the back to the basket call is still the thing in this league. I haven't seen it in ages. Ionescu knocks down a three. Carlton playing some good passing lane defense, but ball can get swung around to Evans. That is a 2-ball, not a 3, as her heel was on the line. Murrow driving and gets stopped by Davis. 3-ball by Ionescu. Wow, it's like Ionescu just knows where to be. 19 points thus far in the first half. 3-ball, nails it, as the Fever looking to cut this deficit. I'm sure they would love to get it to within 10, hell, within 5 to end the half. Collier for 3, but when we are shooting this well from 3, it is just going to be like impossible to do so. The Fever are going to need some stops. Davis driving left side, passes, and it ends up getting stolen by Collier. She's going to take it the length of the floor, dumps it down to Murrow, who runs the lane. Good job running the lane by Anissa Moreau. As Davis passes it down to Alana Smith, who swings it back out. I thought she would have taken the mismatch advantage, though, again, a good defender is Murrow, as Ionescu gets called in the air for the foul. Yeah, not the smartest, but we're up by 15, though we do not want to make those kind of fouls a trend, especially not Dana Evans, Maisha Davis. Like, they are shooters. Don't play any games. I know that Delle Donne has the height advantage over them, but they should probably be trying to not trying to get her in foul trouble, to be honest with you. Evans, 3-ball right in Delle Donne's face, and she ends up missing. Alana Smith secures the offensive board. Collier is all over her. She's able to get the pass off, swinging it back around. Powers from the logo, or at least right in front of the logo. If only there were a 4-pointer in any basketball league at this point. Ionescu looking to take the last shot, takes Clark off the dribble, drives, flips it up, and puts it in to secure us a 12-point lead. But there are 5 seconds, and Clark attempts to pass it the length of the floor. Why didn't you just run down court and pull up for 3 yourself? Turnovers are a big thing in this game. We have obviously secured a number of them, and we are shooting 59%. We shot 57% in game 1 at halftime. This is not looking good for the Fever. Evans does have 16 points, which is good. Clark might have 10. I'm literally not sure at this point, as again, Ionescu able to do whatever the hell she wants to Caitlin Clark, putting her in the spin cycle, chopping her up, doing whatever, however, and honestly, it is probably why we're winning at this point, though. Give credit where credit is due. Players like Collier and Delle Donne. Delle Donne takes the first shot in the second half, and oh boy, it is more of the same through 6 quarters for her. She has 9 points in the first half. It really didn't feel like it. Felt like she had like 20. 3-ball as the Fever try to answer back, and Collier ends up elbowing somebody to get the board. They didn't call it, though. Ionescu taking Clark off the dribble. No, swings it back out to Collier, and she's going to get a screen from Booker. Collier for 3. Rattles out as Magbagor secures the rebound. Running the lane is Smith, and she can't seem to get the shot up or even draw a foul. Powers, midi jumper. It is good from the free throw line, or at least the elbow. So we are both at 36 shot attempts, but hey, we've hit a couple more. That we're up by double digits despite the 4-shot discrepancy, or 4-shot made discrepancy. As Collier secures the ball on the steal. Hop step, swings it back out, a long pass to Ionescu, as she's going to wait for the screen from Collier. Hop back, 4 seconds to go on the clock, and in and out. As Collier secures the offensive board, swings it back out to Delle Donne. She can't hit it. Ionescu secures the ball damn near at half court, and the shot clock will reset. She's got one-on-one against Clark. Long 2. Damn it, she can't get it. Oh, man, after that many second chance attempts, I would think that, it doesn't matter. Collier steals the ball and is hustling up the court, but ends up having to reset it as the Fever get back on defense. Collier for 3. She nails it. We are up 16, and the Fever are going to call for time. When you have 3 chances at a bucket over and over, I understand why the Fever coach is ticked off. Clark for 3. They're going to need a lot more of those. Down 14 with 6.5 to go in the third quarter. Collier swings Veladon. She's going to pull it. Of course she is, but she ends up missing. As Powers has the ball, dumps it down to Smith. 1-on-1 against Collier. Faces up, shoots it, can't get it to go as Booker gets the board. Bounce past to Ionescu. And she's going to swing it to Morrow. Morrow driving the baseline, and no, she's going to be pretty much stopped at this point. Good job using the baseline as a 6th defender. Swinging it out to Deladon. None of that seems to matter when Deladon has 14 points thus far. She is shooting literally because she's able to shoot. Stolen by Moreau. She's going to push it up the sideline. She might pull the 3. No, she drives on Clark, and a little bit of a double team there. Posts up Clark. Come on, use your post moves like you did in college. Swings it out to Ionescu, screens her, and shoots off the glass. Ionescu, who do you think you are, Tim Duncan? She's got 23 and just about as dominant. Only, completely different position. Clark pops the 3 and nails it. Yeah, she's going to need some kind of NBA Jam on fire at this point. Booker pulls up for a jumper, secures her own board, which, again, not the type of shot we want her taking. Yes, there we go. Set a screen. Ionescu, foot on the line or inside the line, and she nails it. 65-48. Deladon dumps it down to Collier. Damn near under the basket. Tries to put it up off the glass. Fight for the board as Smith gets it. Deladon steals it her damn self and says, listen, I am not going out in this league without getting a ring, or at least another one, as Maisha Davis is called for the shooting foul. Not an open lane foul, though she will shoot 2. First free throw is good. Teammates dap her up. Honestly, if we hang on to such a big lead, I wouldn't be surprised if we get Deladon out of there. Deladon knocks down 2 free throws. Smith in the mid-post, posting up Collier. She can't move her. Pulls up for the jumper off glass. It is good. Clark. Deladon was near her, but she didn't exactly put up a fight and ends up stealing it on the bad pass by Clark. I don't think Maisha Davis was ready for it, and pass going to get thrown to Ionescu. Almost turned over. Good pass! Ionescu to Booker, but damn it, she misses the layup. As Ionescu resets it, swings it around. Collier, wing 3, can't get it to go. We're getting good shots. See, Clark, you can't be making passes like that all of the time. I understand you got that court vision as they turn it over yet again. Deladon driving, pulling up for 3. She nails it. 20-point lead for the Valkyries. As Alana Smith ends up getting the ball stolen by Collier. I've lost track. She's got like 15 steals thus far. Dishes it to Ionescu. No contact, or at least no foul. Up by double deuces. Dump down to Smith. Collier playing stout defense. The shot not going to go. Collier secures the board. So we're damn near out of the third quarter. Swings it to Ionescu in the corner. A quarter lead, 25, as she has damn near double digits in every single quarter we have played thus far. She pops it through with a minute left in the third, and she secures it. She has 32 points. 32 points through 3 quarters. I would put somebody else on Ionescu, but, I'm not the coach, so who cares? Clark drives left side, and she puts up yet another bucket. That is 13 in this quarter. She has 35. She might be going for 50. Smith stolen by Collier. Holy hell. She is an absolute thief. Somebody get her a lawyer. She's on some felonious stealing mess right now. Ionescu looking to take Clark over dribble, spins, and almost wins. Well, she kind of does as she draws the foul. We're up 80-52. Might be a couple more as you look to close out the quarter, maybe get a 30-point lead. Why are you pulling Alana Smith? That doesn't make sense. And you know what? Oh, boy. I don't understand that. Like, you need Alana Smith. You need Caitlin Clark. You need these players to honestly just knock down their shots and play a little better defense. Up 30. We probably have this one in the bag. We shall see. As you know, still a whole nother quarter. You never know. And let me cut the BS. Yeah, we ended up winning 107 to 73. we just did everything right. The first 2 games, Ionescu being absolutely a dog, going hard to the basket, popping threes. Deladon can't seem to be stopped. Collier, another double-double or another 5-5-5-5. She just is she's not even scoring a ton, which is crazy. She is by overall our best player, and Ionescu was like, that's cool and all. Listen, let me take the shots. Deladon, let me take the shots. And we're knocking them down. We'll see how things play out for game number 3 as we go on the road. I think we were 20 and... We had a good record on the road, though I know we were better at home. And we'll see how things play out in game number 3. You need to see how things play out in game number 3. I need you to subscribe, like the video, all that good stuff. I'll let y'all later. Peace out.